So, Raw. This is going to be just Raw, because it's what I just saw. But I got to address a few things going into Raw. First of all, apparently rumors are they're going to be changing the main event to WrestleMania to a triple threat with Brock Lesnar, Roman Reigns, and Bryan Daniel. Or Daniel Bryan. I keep wanting to calling him by his indie name. Anyways. I don't like this. And I know the thing is a lot of people really want to see Daniel Bryan in the main event, but I don't like this because that means that the WWE is running scared. And when you start running scared is when you're going to really start making mistakes. And I think they are. I think they are making mistakes in doing this. They have their tail between their legs now, and it's not a good thing. I I I would okay. I'm going to tell you what I would have done because the way things have been booked, this would have worked and actually would have given credence to everything and made it look intelligent and made it, or at least more intelligent than it does, and made it work. Have Reigns beat Daniel Bryan and turn heel. Have him do something sneaky to win the match. They've already been kind of hinting at it, so why not just go for it completely? And the reason for this is that Reigns has not looked as strong as he likes to think he is. Roman Reigns has continuously been made a fool of, booked to look weak and lucky to win matches. Like when he beat The Miz on Smackdown. He looks like he beat The Miz because he got lucky to get in his finisher. Did not look like he beat The Miz because he was a strong opponent. And if we're to play off this and have him come to the realization that I'm green and I'm really just not as tough as I think I am, and have him turn heel and start using heel tactics to win because he wants this. He wants to be champion. He doesn't want to ruin his chance. That is a great story. And that would make a great story as to why maybe he beats Lesnar. Because he's a dirty, tricky little asshole that finally decided finally decided that pride means nothing if I can't back it up. I like that. I like that idea. And now looks like they're ruining it. The one way I really think they could have gotten out of this was actually making it into a good story. They ruined it. During the recap, I had a really funny thought during the recap at the beginning of the show because they show a part where Roman says he's going to knock Rollins in the next week, and I thought it would have been really funny if he punched Rollins and then poof, he disappeared. And at the beginning of this show, this Raw, there's another poof, and he just appears in the middle of the ring again, right? It's just something I personally thought would be funny. As I said, it's just a personal thing. Anyways. I know that at the beginning of the show, Reigns is coming out, and I say, I'm amazed at how much he's getting booed right now, he still enters through the crowd. That's ballsy. Of course, though, he's supposed to be a face, so. Oh yeah, they also show the part where, last week, where Daniel Bryan, beats Rollins because, Roman Reigns Superman punched Rollins. And I asked the question, Rollins was in the Shield with Reigns, meaning he knows how Reigns works. Why would he just stick his face out at Reigns through the ropes like he did, knowing that one of Roman Reigns' main moves is a big punch right to the head? It just makes Rollins look stupid. It's like he was begging to be punched. And then I say, oh fuck, Reigns is going to talk. This actually doesn't turn out as bad as I thought. I'd say this is one of the most basic promos Reigns has ever cut, which also makes it one of the best. Because he doesn't say anything really dumb during this. Or, they handed him a very basic promo, and it worked. Thank God. I say, it just goes to show you can make a trained monkey look decent when you're not putting shit in its hands. That's one of my biggest problems with Reigns right now. They've been feeding him shit and making him look weak. Okay, then Daniel Bryan comes out. Bryan help, and he thanks Roman Reigns for helping him win his match so that he can face him at Fastlane. And then Bryan then claims he's a better wrestler than Roman. I agree. He is. Then the Authority comes out. Kane and Big Show are with them. Before anything is said, it's like, I'm guessing tonight, Reigns and Bryan versus Kane and Big Show. And I fucking called it. Because they did. Triple H starts talking about how he's called out Sting and Sting hasn't arrived. And I say, I enjoy how Triple H thinks that the vigilante Sting is going to do anything on Triple H's terms or Triple H's schedule. That's not how vigilantes work. Stephanie then calls Daniel sick and twisted for putting Kane in a casket. So we completely forgot. So we're just ignoring the fact that Kane was getting a boner for the fucking casket. And then Daniel Bryan brings up the Katie Vick thing. I hate that. I want that to die. Anyways, then they make the match. Match number 1 of the night. Kane and Big Show versus Daniel Bryan and Roman Reigns. As I say, like always in this match, Daniel Bryan gets in some good offense. Roman Reigns not so much. Again, he's being booked to look weak. I don't know why. But Daniel Bryan gets over on the Big Show because Big Show, like always, fucks up by climbing the corner. I don't know why he continues to do this. Every single time, it usually turns around the match. You'd think he'd learn it at some point. And then the match ends in a disqualification. Say, seriously, what the fuck? I've seen worse things happen with no DQ. I know Big Show wasn't the legal man when he threw Bryan into the wall and had him fly over into the timekeeper area. But that's all he did. He didn't hit him with a foreign object. Didn't low blow him. This is bullshit. And it makes it even more bullshit with the last match of the night. I say, in this match, Daniel Bryan looks like a conqueror, and Reigns looks weak as shit. I can't believe they keep doing this to him. As I said, and especially with how they want to book now the triple threat match, I can't believe they keep doing this. Because I cannot believe that Daniel Bryan will not beat him. I can't believe that. While they're trying to fight back, Daniel Bryan accidentally misses Kane trying to do this double foot drop kick thing and hits Roman instead. It was an accident, but they're pushing it this like it's a huge thing that it's a huge problem that they're going to hate each other. And I'm like, why the fuck does it matter? They're going to be fighting at Fastlane. It doesn't mean shit if they hate each other. Then they continue. Then they make another match for the main event tonight. This time 5-on-2. Say, how dumb is this? So it's going to be Kane, Big Show, J&J Security, and Seth Rollins versus Daniel Bryan and Roman Reigns. Whatever. Match 2 of the night. Seth Rollins, so he also is going to be in 2 matches tonight, versus Ryback. I asked her, are we finally going to get this match? I just say, Michael Cole apparently doesn't have a really good grasp on time, because he doesn't even know how long it's been since the first time they tried to have this match. He says 3 weeks ago on Smackdown. It hasn't even been, as I say, it hasn't even been 2 weeks. It's been barely over 2 weeks since the pay-per-view. At the beginning of the match, Noble and Mercury distract Ryback, giving Rollins an early upper hand. When Ryback finally takes control of the match, he wins via DQ because J&J jump him. And so now we're booking Seth Rollins to look weak as shit as well. Why? Why are Seth Rollins looks strong. Really strong. Over the past few months in a lot of his matches. And once again, he's hiding behind J&J security. I understand it could be to protect himself from getting hurt. But you just make him look weak. And I just don't like it. And then Cole asked the question, are the Authority going to let any match tonight have a successful conclusion? I say, ironically, with how tonight ends, with how easy DQs are being handed out right now, I doubt it. I'm making a joke about the DQ in the first match that made no sense. Then we get a vignette telling us that Sheamus will be returning, doesn't say when. I like the fact that Sheamus is coming back, because I do like Sheamus. You get another vignette later, I'm not going to mention when it happens. Then we have a Brie Bella versus Paige match. I say, God damn it, at least Alicia Fox got semi-competent. I really don't want to watch Brie Bella suck. They say apparently Paige has never been more embarrassed because of the spray tan thing. I would say, hey, girl, you're on Total Divas. Shut up. One point during the match, Brie Bella shouts Brie mode. I ask, is she drunk? Because that's supposed to be her drunk. I'm so sick of the Brie mode thing. And the only reason I even know this is because I've heard other people talk about Total Divas. I mentioned that there's a headlock in the match that Brie has on Paige. And Paige is going around the rings, like kicking her feet, doing this. She's like spinning around in a circle with Brie in the center. And she looks like Curly from the Three Stooges doing this, going the whoop 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 whoop. I say it's a short match. Almost nothing special or hard is done. Brie doesn't look as terrible as she normally is. I believe Paige wins. Yeah, Paige won. Then Rusev comes out to pay tribute to John Cena's legacy. Lana says that they are proud to face John Cena at Fastlane, which I say, you called him a loser last week. You said he was a joke. What's with all the fucking lying? They completely did a 180 there. They show a video package basically with John Cena getting his ass kicked most of the time. They're basically saying he's old and weak. Of course, John Cena comes out, because, it's not like he's out for injury or anything, so who didn't expect this? Cena says that everyone knows what he's gone through. He's broke his nose, he broke his neck, cut both his elbows, eyes gouged out, and that's just the tip of the iceberg. Okay, now, I understand that eye gouging doesn't necessarily mean an injury to the eyes. It just means, shoving something into the eye socket. But more often than not, it ends in injury or blindness. So I just find it funny that he mentions the eye gouging. But of course, he and Rusev get into a fight and then proceeds to have his eyes gouged. And apparently now he's like half blind in one eye, because there's now apparently a lot of damage. I don't know. I'm looking forward to this match. I think it's probably one of the better booked matches for Fastlane. And I really hope Cena wins. Or option 2, I'd like to see Cena win via DQ or something where he doesn't get the belt, and they continue this program to WrestleMania. I think that would be the better idea, and then that's where he gets the win. Where Cena gets a decisive pin or submission, win over Rusev. Then we have Dolph Ziggler versus Bray Wyatt in our 4th match of the night. Alright. Michael Cole says something about apparently they keep throwing everything they have at Dolph Ziggler, and he keeps coming back for more. I say, I haven't seen Dolph in any of the handicap matches or beatdowns lately. What do you mean they're throwing everything at him? A really weird statement considering what they've been doing to everyone else. It's just dumb. There's a point here where Ziggler does a drop kick to Bray or a big kick to Bray when he's on the outside thing. I'd say he possibly broke Bray's nose. It's bleeding for sure. Yeah, he had a bloody nose. It wasn't bleeding terribly. I had a bloody nose the same night while watching Raw. That was worse. But you know, I don't want to see him. I don't want to see Bray get injured so easily. There's a point in here where it's just like last week. Bray Wyatt no sells the Famouser. I ask, why does he keep doing that? It's just weird because I've seen the Famouser like kill people, but Bray just keeps no selling it. It's just weird. I also note that the ref actually has latex gloves on. I'm assuming because Bray's nose was bleeding. It's just weird considering, he's not touching Bray, but Dolph is. And Dolph is half naked. Apparently a discus clothesline knocked Ziggler out. I know it was on the outside, but I've seen worse things happen and it not knock anyone out. Bray puts him back in the ring. He hits the Sister Abigail for the win. It was a good match. I just hope they don't. I just hope they don't kill this match. It's been twice in a row now. Basically, we've had this match, and they've both been good. I think we've determined that Bray Wyatt can beat Ziggler pretty decisively, and it's just unfortunately that's burying Ziggler. Okay, then Lesnar and Heyman come out, and I know there's a sign in the audience that is Roman Reigns' face with his eyes like reverse cross-eyed, and it just says derp on it. I thought that was really funny. Heyman calls Bryan and Reigns liars and that they have no chance against Lesnar. Heyman's still a good talker. Man, he cuts a good promo. And my God, that guy can talk a mile a minute, but you can understand every single word he says, and it has a point. They also did the smart thing and did not let Lesnar talk. Thank you. It was just to get Lesnar on TV, I guess. Fifth match of the night, Gold and Stardust versus A New Day. I know even less people are chanting A New Day back at them than before. This is going nowhere and going nowhere fast. A New Day sucks. No one cares. It's stupid. This is a really short match considering Stardust starts the match. As soon as he tags out and puts Goldust in the match, he just walks away, and on this distraction, Goldust gets pinned. Apparently, he's still angry about being called Cody. Then Triple H comes out and asks for Sting to give a comment about Fastlane. He also says that Sting attacked him like a coward, which I thought was weird considering you knew Sting was coming. You saw him at the top of the ramp. You saw him walk down the ramp. You saw him get in the ring, and he managed to dodge you and hit you with a Scorpion Death Drop. It was not a cowardly attack. He got you like a bitch. Then they do this weird thing where they have guys dressed like Sting show up at different parts of the arena where they shine a spotlight on him like he was teleporting. And, things are going, like, he's being addressed by Sting directly on the Titantron. And then they have a very, very obvious fake Sting get in the ring where Triple H falls down like he just shit himself. I don't know why he's so scared. Then on the Titantron it says he accepts. So we'll be seeing him at Fastlane. It's a weird way of doing this. It's, just not putting Sting on TV. I don't know what the contract is. I'd like to actually see him more. Then we have match 6, which is the Usos versus Kid and Cesaro. And I'm like, seriously, again? I say this is an awesome match because, again, all 4 of these guys are good workers. I just hate how this is being turned into a total Divas angle. It's fucking dumb. Because they're heels, they sort of cheat to win, but Kid and Cesaro are now 3-0 against the Usos. They have 2 singles wins and now a tag team win over them. So much for the tag team dynasty thing that they're doing with the Usos, huh? Next thing announced is that Rikishi is in the Hall of Fame. That is awesome. I've always loved Rikishi. Then we have match 6. Damien Mizdow versus Sin Cara. Every chance he can, Miz distracts Mizdow by asking him to do him favors in the middle of the match. I say Mizdow is actually really talented in the ring. I hope he gets a good gimmick and a good push someday. Sin Cara wins because Miz stops Mizdow from putting in the figure 4 leg lock. They're going to have a fight, hopefully at WrestleMania. Though it's probably going to be the pre-show. Whatever. It's Bray Wyatt calling out The Undertaker, promo number 3. Moving on. I don't care. Match 7 is Curtis Axel versus Dean Ambrose. I swear they used to do these to have Ambrose win and bury Axel. Makes me sad. And I don't know, because Ray Barrett just basically says, no, you're not getting a title match. I'm like, so Barrett can just deny anyone a title match. He doesn't have to defend his title. I mean, Dean is the only guy who even wants the Intercontinental Championship, which is weird. I'm like, Barrett hasn't even defended it once since winning it. He didn't even have a rematch with Ziggler. Right now, the United States Championship looks more desirable than the IC belt. I don't know why. Booking this so stupidly. Alright, so anyways, final match tonight, which is now the 5-on-2 handicap match. And this is why I kept on saying that how ironic and bullshit it was about the disqualification in the first match. Because this match is basically a beatdown on Daniel Bryan and Roman Reigns until Ryback, Dolph Ziggler, and Eric Rowan come out. And then they attack and brawl with Kane, Big Show, and Rollins. And I say, the fuck's with this? This is blatant interference, and now there's no disqualification. You can get disqualified for throwing someone against a fucking wall, but 3 guys come out and attack your team, notice DQ. This is fucking stupid. I fucking hate this. This is so dumb. Let's say, so J&J are all that's left in the ring, and of course, Bryan and Reigns get the win. Fuck this show. I don't care. This is so terrible. This is so fucking stupid the way they did. In the same night, they have so much inconsistency. The same fucking show, there's so much inconsistency just with the way the fucking refs call the match. This is such this shows so much how incompetent WWE is at this point. Just fuck this. I'm gonna keep watching through WrestleMania, and if WrestleMania sucks this much, I'm done with this. I will not watch WWE again for at least another 2 years. I'm done. Thank you. Good night. Thank you. Good night. Thank you. Good night.